tornadoes and thunderstorms. But yesterday and overnight, and as we head through the day today, people will be waking up to more scenes of devastation. The conditions have been right, lots of wind shear, lots of heat. There have even been storms pictures as we head through the day today, because as the report said, there's still more storms to come. Now, talking of storms, hurricanes. America, the hurricane season, it starts at the beginning of June. Last year was record-breaking for how long and prolonged it was. And yesterday, the World Meteorological Organization announced the names it's going to retire. They do a meeting every single year, and they've announced that Laura, Eta, Iota and Dorian will never be used again because they were so devastating, causing so much death and destruction. Last year, they went into the Greek alphabet for the second time only, and they've now decided, the big committee, they won't be using the Greek alphabet again. It was far too confusing with names like Eta and Iota sounding very similar, and instead they will move towards a brand new alphabet if we get towards the end of the 21 names. So as we head into a new season, it's likely to be again very, very active. You'll never see those names again, but they will be replaced. But back to the UK weather, and it's looking a lot calmer here, thankfully. Lots of dry weather around, some decent spells of sunshine, but some of us will be chasing them as we head through the next few days. First thing, we have cloudy skies for some northern and eastern areas, and it's the cloud that acts like your blanket duvet, keeping in the heat from yesterday. With the clearest of skies is where we have our lowest temperatures. So you'll be greeted by sunshine in the west, but also a chilly start first thing. Eastern areas, our weather fronts roll around our high pressures. So for parts of South Yorkshire, Lincolnshire, East Anglia and the southeast, it's overcast, it's grey, damp and drizzly. Those temperatures like yesterday struggling 6 or 7 at best. But in the west, some sunshine, highs up to 14 or 15. But the central belt of Scotland here doing very well indeed. 18 degrees, our top temperature today. Overnight tonight, it starts off clear and dry. Progressively, it turns cloudy as we head towards tomorrow morning. So not as cold first thing tomorrow, thanks to that blanket of cloud. But it does mean Friday starts off a bit grey, grim and grotty. That cloud thick enough to produce some outbreaks of rain and drizzle. So the outlook for Friday, a cloudier day for many of us, the best of any brightness further west. And as we head into the weekend, Sean, mostly dry, and we'll be looking for some sunshine. The weather this week has been not too bad, and we continue with that theme as we head through the rest of the week. In fact, we'll just be pretty much chasing around areas of cloud. It's one of the problems we have when we have high pressure around. It tries its hardest to keep weather fronts at bay. Some make progress through the flow through the next few days, and that will bring with it cloud. And it makes a big difference to our temperatures by day and by night. So this morning, with the clearest skies, we have a chilly start, a touch of frost for some, and when we get the best of the sunshine, that is when we'll have the best of our temperatures today. Eastern areas, cloudy, grey, overcast and dull this morning. It means it's a mild start. The price you pay for the sunshine further west is it'll be a cold start with a touch of frost. As we head through the day, much like yesterday, weather fronts ride around the top of our high pressure, feeding in cloud for East Anglia and South East England. Temperatures here as a result pegged back, 7 or 8 degrees at best. Brighter skies further west means it's warmest. But the central belt of Scotland will see the best temperatures today, where we could get to 17 or 18 degrees, potentially the warmest day of the year so far. But will that warmth will it out? Let's take a look at our 7-day outlook, where we have a look at much of next week as well. So for the north of the UK, Scotland, Northern Ireland, the far north of England, this is looking at our trends. And the most likely trend at the moment, it is mild, and it slowly cools off, but temperatures stay above average. It is worth pointing out that the daytime temperatures, but by night with some clear skies, we could see the return of some frosts. And then percentage chance of rainfall, how likely you are to get wet through the next few days. Well, it remains relatively low. Lots of sunny spell symbols, turning a little cloudier into the weekend. Mostly some rain and drizzle in the air, nuisance value if nothing else, but certainly not a soaking. Fortunes further south for England and Wales, south of the Humber, south of around about Leeds. Well, again, temperature-wise, we are above average. It should be about 9 for the time of year, but slowly it tends to cool off as we head into the weekend and next week. Percentage chance of rainfall is tricky because while it is relatively low, particularly for the next few days and into next week, it's eastern areas where it's much higher and much likely to be drier further west, but dry into next week too.